All right, guys, so today we are going to think pretty hard about our class novel that we're reading. Today we're going to walk through a few different prompts that help you, an essayist, think and write deeply about the book that you're reading. You are going to need your ELA notebook for this. We are going to be taking notes on a few things, but then you are actually going to be responding to a few different prompts in your ELA notebook. And what you're going to turn in today will be directly related to what you do in your ELA notebook. So everybody needs to have that out, and you need to be working in that as we go through this presentation together. So I've said many times before that as we are getting ready to write our literary essay, we need to think of ourselves like detectives. We, as we're reading our class novel, are in search of important details that stick out to us, because these important details in a story are what stick out to us because they're important in some way. So what essayists do is they find details in a story that seem important and then think about it, write about it, and talk about it. And this is what we are going to be focusing on today. We can find important details in a story by asking ourselves some important questions about the text that we are reading. Sometimes one detail can grow and grow and grow into a huge, important detail with many other smaller details that are along with it or connected to it somehow. And those things are important in the story. They're purposely put there by the author, and they are worth talking about. So when we find an important detail in a story that we're reading, sometimes it's really good to simply just stop and ask ourselves some questions. One question that you might ask yourself is, maybe the author included this detail because ... Look at this prompt. Maybe the author included this particular detail because, and then you as the reader get to fill in the blanks here. You get to think deeper about the detail that is in front of you. And I think this is so important to do because not only does it keep us thinking about the book, but we are now creating deeper connections and analyzing the text that's in front of us beyond exactly what's written on the page. So what your job is right now is to open up our class novel and find a detail in the book that we are reading, and I want you to complete this prompt, this starter right here in your ELA notebook. Maybe the author included this because she wanted me to think this way about the main character or this way about the setting. Maybe the author included this because she wanted us readers to be confused, or she wanted us readers to have empathy, or I want you to finish this prompt in any way that makes sense to you based on a detail in the class novel we are reading that sticks out to you. This might mean, friends, that you need to go back to a part of the story that you've already read and reread some things. You may need to go back and go, what is sticking out to me here? Reread, rethink, pause, and analyze. All of this should be jotted down into your notebook to see what comes to mind. And remember, this is analyzing text, guys. This is hard, but it is possible. So let's get started. All right, the next prompt I want you to think about is it looks simple, a 3-word prompt. I wonder if. And what I want you to do is the same thing you did on the previous slide. Find a detail, or maybe even use the same detail that sticks out to you in our class novel, and finish this prompt now. Find a detail in the book that you're reading and complete the above thought. Jot it down in your notebook right next to the other one and see what comes to mind. Don't forget to be creative, guys. Seriously, no answer is a wrong answer here. This is just to get our brains thinking and our minds turning on a deeper level about an important detail of the story that's in front of us. Remember, you can choose a new detail that sticks out to you if you have more than one, or maybe you use the same detail that you used in the last slide. That's okay too. Go ahead and jot that down in your ELA notebook. All right, I don't like to choose favorites here, but this prompt might be my favorite one. This detail is important because it's the next prompt that I want you guys to complete in your ELA notebook. Again, you can find a new detail of our class novel that sticks out to you, or you may choose the same one and just write about it in a different way. I want you to jot down your thinking in your ELA notebook. And remember, guys, details don't come to us right away. Sometimes we need to sit at a detail and think and go, I wonder, what do I really think about this? That phrase, is powerful because it means that you're analyzing as you're going. And it's okay to stop and pause and think about things for a while. This should not be a quick and easy thing. This should take your time and really, really make you put connections together in your mind about what you're reading. So let's talk about analyzing details, guys. You just did that 3 different times. And what you maybe notice is that sometimes we might need to reread a passage and find a detail that sticks out to us. Sometimes we might need to think really hard about that detail and then share our thinking, and it just might take more time than what we like. Using words like maybe, or on the other hand, or or perhaps, help us to think through these details of a story and really find depth and meaning to what we are reading. So here's my question for you today, guys. What details are sticking out to you in our story so far? Why are they sticking out to you? I wonder what those mean. So what are we going to do with all of this? Well, today you are going to use the work that you did in your ELA notebook as we were going through the story that we're reading in class and the slideshow that you're just wrapping up now. And you are going to choose one of the details that you wrote about today in your ELA notebook, and you're going to post that to our classroom discussion board. You may choose any of the 3 that we did. How you finished the prompt, maybe the author included this because, how you finished the prompt, I wonder if, and how you finished the prompt, this detail is important because. You may choose either one of those 3 prompts that you finished in your ELA notebook to post on our discussion board, and I really want to get the conversation started. I don't only want you guys to post on the discussion board, but I want you to read other people's posts too, because we're all reading the same book in our class. And so sometimes details that are the same are going to stick out to people, and other times different details are going to stick out to different people. And how they're all connected together and how we analyze them individually is really, really a powerful thing. And so this discussion board post is so important because not only does it contribute to our learning environment, but it contributes the continued analysis of the class novel that we're in the middle of. And all of this stuff is only going to make us better essayists in the long run. I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with. Head to your discussion board now. Have fun!